Commissioners, please.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, good evening. There's a couple of things on your agenda tonight that deals with new business with regards to the Northern Texas Council of Government. Rick Westberg is our Director of Planning and Development for Dallas County. The reason I bring up the fact that there's another issue that you will be dealing with tonight under the North Texas Council of Government to the tune of about $8,400,000, and that is the Pleasant Run overpass. The only reason, and this is a federalized project, the only reason you're going to deal with that is because there was a plan on the books that talked about the infrastructure that is needed, not unlike the Winter Green, which was of course defederalized to the tune of about $8 million as well. And so what we found historically is that most infrastructure derives itself from a plan. This particular plan is no different than any other plan. So whether we're talking about the project of which the council will entertain tonight regarding Pleasant Run and $8.4 million, or this $900,000 plan that we're calling a Master Plan 101, it's no different. As you know, there was a number of considerations with regards of how wide the study would be. We narrowed that study based on what we think is the best probability for success in terms of the planning in this particular area. 25,000 acres and about 1/3 of it in Dallas County. And when I say county, I mean the unincorporated areas of Dallas County. That being the case, the city of Dallas made an investment of $290,000. The North Central Texas Council of Governments made an investment of about $290,000, and Dallas County, through Road and Bridge District 3, made an investment of about $290,000. We asked the cities of Lancaster, the cities of Hutchins, and the city of Wilmer. Wilmer and Hutchins was asked for $1,000 apiece, and of course we asked Lancaster for approximately $3,000. And so when it was all said and done, we went out to the marketplace, given the 2005 Urban Land Institute study, which talked about what we need in terms of framing a master plan for this portion of the county. As you know, Wilmer and Lancaster came into Road and Bridge District 3 under the redistricting in 2000. And in that, we, as you recognize in this council, a number of people on this council probably recognize, is that we spent the greater part of the first 3 years under that redistricting program with Lancaster, Wilmer, and Hutchins, trying to make sure that we were able to take and establish the acreage of extraterritorial jurisdiction under with about 3,000 acres. We did that. We did that successfully with Wilmer, Hutchins, and Lancaster. Now we have to move into the second phase of planning. And Rick Lesberg, who was a member of a 7-member panel, and of course Wilmer and Hutchins never appointed anyone to that because you never engaged into the project. So there have been 5 individuals at the COG is our planning director. And so what we'll pass out to you tonight, you have a copy. We'll have a copy of what the master plan, maybe you've already read, maybe there's no need, but we've bought another copy for you tonight. In addition to that, I generated correspondence after this issue came to light that there was some concerns about what we think was a mischaracterization of the RFP. The other day in Commissioner's Court, we heard that there were all kinds of innuendos as to whether or not this would be another taxing jurisdiction. As you know, the only way you get a taxing jurisdiction is we have no authority. That's a legislative remedy. We don't have the authority to create just taxing jurisdictions in and of ourselves. And so this is nothing but a master plan, what we call 101, Planning 101 project. This does not deal with any single developer. This is talking about 25,000 acres of land, and basically it is basically a plan by which we would take and hopefully the cities of Wilmer, the cities of Hutchins, the city of Lancaster would take and use that as guideposts in terms of how they move forward. Mr. Mayor, members of the council, if you allow me, I'll yield to our planning director. This is his job daily, to do nothing but to make sure that these kind of projects are for Dallas County. And Rick, I'll yield to you.
Thank you, Commissioner. As the Commissioner said, this is really sort of planning 101. I know there's been a lot of work in a lot of the cities in the last few years because of the Union Pacific Intermodal Facility and all the development that's now taking place. But what we're trying to do is, because of the proximity of everything, Wilmer is immediately adjacent to Hutchins, it's immediately adjacent to the unincorporated area, it's immediately adjacent to Lancaster. There's a real concern that everything needs to mesh well together. There's also this situation with the first time in a long time developers looking at this part of the county is there's a lot of infrastructure needs that are anticipated, and they're trying to figure out the best way of anticipating, planning, and preparing for that infrastructure. Commissioner made a reference about the next item that's on your council agenda relates to one of those segments.